Up YouTube, All Pro Exterior Services LLC. I just want to come at you with a maintenance, little maintenance we got going on here. A little oil change on the 4 gallon a minute machine. Anyway, this is my little setup. It's mounted to a stand, so you know the ideal thing would be to have a Drains It. I think Drains It's the name brand. It's a hose that hooks in and it just unhooks. And anyway, this is what I have, so this is what I got to work with right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some maintenance on it, change the oil and change the pump oil. So I've got a little pan here with some cordboard on the trailer in case we get a spillage. This is a 12 millimeter. I heated it up so it's warm, and I also got the trailer. I got a level on the trailer, and I got it kind of, you see the bubble, it's on the left, so the front's higher. That way it can drain toward the back and get it all drained out here. Got a plug right here. They say replace the gaskets, but I don't have a gasket to replace it with, so I'm going to reuse the same gasket. A lot of that's common in small engines and boats and things like that. You see the gaskets on there. You want to make sure the gasket comes off so you don't lose it. There you go. And just let it flow out, baby. Kind of dark and nasty. It's okay, that's what we want. Get it all out of there. And again, I got some cordboard underneath the pan, so if any residual oil goes between them seams, it'll catch on the cordboard. In fact, I think I'm gonna raise the trailer up a little bit more just to elevate it. So, got the toolbox rolling. There's a nice $50 buy on Facebook Marketplace. Had to do some adjustments, but it's all good. And when I put the oil back in it, I'm gonna do a. You also want to crack the fill section to get some vacuum. There you go. Anyway, let me get this oil done, and we'll go ahead and get to the pump next. All right, later. All right, guys, got it all drained out. Emptied it out into my disposable jug that I bring to the auto parts, and put the pan back underneath it because we leveled the trailer off, so the trailer is now level. You can see that, but it's right in the center, so that way this is level and we'll get a good reading on our dipstick. So I got some oil, got some Napa oil. I'm no affiliation with Napa. I just went to my local Napa store because it's locally owned and I know the guy personally. I got a 10W30 conventional oil. I think it takes a little bit over 1 quart, so I had to get 2. And then for my pump oil, I went with a non-detergent, which this is from O'Reilly's. Non-detergent, AutoZone, I'm sorry. Non-detergent lubricating oil, 30 weight for the pump. And I'm hoping it don't take more than 1 quart, but we'll see. That's going to be fun. So, because what I'll do is I'll just put my fill in here, a little bit like that, a little angle, fill it up, and then when I check it, I don't screw the cap in. I just put the cap in like you're gonna screw it in, and then check it. That's how they recommend you do it. So you don't, you want to make sure you're about halfway in that dipstick. But yeah, don't screw it in and then check it. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and fill that up with oil because I have no tripod, and but we'll get I'll get back with you in a second. Got the oil all in, all good, checked out well. Got the trailer level still. I'm gonna show you. I just had this old spray jug here. I don't know if this is really gonna work. I think I tried it once before, but I'm gonna use this with a shop vac, a little 1.5 US gallon shop vac. I'm gonna try to make an extractor to suck that oil out instead of draining it, because the drain's on the end. The drain plug's right here. I don't know if you can see the sight glass, but it looks kind of milky. So it's time for a change. So we're gonna try this out. Let's see if it works. So hold on a second. It's gonna get loud, but let's try it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Sucking it right out. See it? Oh, yeah. A little DIY action here, baby. See how it works. Looks like it may take a while. That's okay though. And then is what I'll do is I will undo the drain plug just to get the remaining stuff out, but until then. Yeah. A little DIY, let that run for a little bit. And another thing I want to point out is check all your bolts and your nuts. Let me show you an example of what happened to me, or what I found. This was a carriage bolt. Was a carriage bolt like this, holding in my pressure washer. And as I changed the oil, I noticed it was just gone. So I'm like, what the hell? This is stainless bolts. I paid like $5 a piece for these things, and it broke. So I got to bring it back and get a new one. But hate to lose this thing down the road, obviously. But so anyway, FYI, check all your maintenance. You know, just check all your fittings and everything. Yeah, we may be here a while. I'm gonna go ahead and get this extracted and fit you back up in a second. But my little DIY setup is working great. Like it. All right, guys, we're getting to the bottom of the barrel here with my little homemade extractor. As you can see, we've got little pieces coming in. Trying to move the tube around in there to get some of the extra. You see it right there. Send it to the tube. Get as much as I can out with this extractor. And then I made this aluminum foil, some heavy duty aluminum foil, made a little drain pan. Oh wait, oh yeah, I think we're good. Yeah. Is what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably change this again pretty soon because it's so milky, you know what I mean? Like, let that run a couple passes through it, and then go ahead and take this out. Just kind of let it drain down some. Yeah, the homemade extractor works well. It's not the fastest tool in the shed, but you can see it moving pretty good. Little DIY extractor. I would highly recommend you invest into a good extractor. Don't make your own. Anyway, we'll go ahead and get this thing picked up and then turn it back on when I break this bolt on this pump so we can see what remaining oil is in there. Alright guys, got the extractor picked up. Breaking this bolt. Already broke it. That way I didn't break my knuckles on camera, but I'm gonna go ahead and see what happens here. This is, I think, 18 millimeter. So I'm trying to make sure it's underneath the bolt so it leaks into it. I got a rag underneath here, or a napkin underneath it too as well. So we'll see how much we get out of here. See how good the extractor really did. Damn. Nothing's coming out. That's good. So what I may do is I may pour some of that fresh oil in there, just kind of run it through it just a little bit, and then plug it up. All right, let me get some fresh oil in it. Again, I'm using 30 weight, straight 30 weight non-detergent. I got a quart, so hopefully it's enough. So we'll see here in a second. All right, guys, I ran a little bit of oil through it. You can see a little bit of milkiness from the old oil, but not bad. So I'm gonna let this drain out a little bit, cap it, level the trailer back to level, and then I'm gonna go ahead and fill it up. It doesn't seem like it takes a lot of oil. Not quite sure, but there is a sight glass on the back right here. So you want that sight glass, you want it in the middle. And then after you get that in the middle, check the dipstick. And again, don't screw it in, just, you know, act like you're gonna screw it in, and then check the dipstick. And check your O-ring on your plug. It's always a good point to check the O-ring. Make sure you don't have no nicks or anything that may cause a leak. And yeah, we're good to go, man. Be getting back in business here soon. And like I said, I think I'm gonna I'm gonna start doing this a little bit more frequently. Like, I think I'm gonna invest into a good extractor, and maybe, shit, if you're doing 8-10 jobs a month, I mean, quarter oil is $3. You know, do it every other month or something. Put it on a maintenance plan. I do my oil quite a bit as well. You know, it's very cheap maintenance. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and it's starting to drip now, as you can tell. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it's starting to drip, so it means we're coming to an end. So let me go ahead and plug it up and fill her up. All right, guys, I'm finished up here. I got a little light because it's kind of getting dark out, but you can see the oil levels right in the middle. I don't know if you can see that or not. You may not be able to be. No. Anyway, it's right in the middle, and as you can tell, there's no spillage. In fact, let's pull out this cord board and see if we got any spillage. A little drop. Which, by the way, I think that's from the last oil change. So yeah, no big deal, not a spill, nothing all over the trailer. Little system worked out great, but it could be better. Of course, if I had to drains it on this plug and then have it coming down, that would be a no-brainer. I'm gonna buy 2 drains it. I just gotta figure out the sizes of the plugs and just kind of wipe any residue off. But yeah, easy maintenance, but again, you know, something you need to do, and the more you do it, the longer your machine's gonna last. And you know, I try to keep mine covered. In fact, I'm gonna get somebody to make me a cover out of some Sunbrella material, which is a marine material used for boats, and it's a waterproof and long-lasting material. And another thing is, guys, when you're transporting your machines with a built-in tank like this, you always want to make sure your fuel is shut off, because you have the opportunity of hydrolocking the engine if bouncing around on your truck with the fuel open. So I would highly recommend against that. So yeah, all good. Trailer's back level. Gonna pick everything up and call this job a wrap. Maintenance is done. We're gonna do it again one more time before the year end, just to run some fresh oil through it, and everything has been working great. Anyway, that's just a little bit of maintenance tips for me. Of course, you got maintenance on everything, but that's just a tip on maintenance on the machine, on the hot seat pressure washer, which a lot of them are the same, with the same configuration with the belt drive, with the pump, and the Honda GX 390. Very simple maintenance to do. So get yours in, and please like and subscribe for future videos. Peace.